Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Southbound. Alright, cast and crew information down below, and I'll start by reading the plot from IMDb as always. Five interlocking tales of terror follow the fates of a group of wary travelers who confront their worst nightmares and darkest secrets over one long night on a desolate stretch of desert highway. Alright, so yes, we have an anthology here. Several stories that are put together pretty well. It starts with one story, and then I guess kind of wraps around, and by the end, it kind of tells you how it got there. So I thought overall they did a pretty good job here of connecting all of them. Definitely, it jumps right into it as you see two guys who are kind of caught on a time loop. You can tell they're trying to escape from something. You're not sure what. They obviously look like something happened. And as they're driving, they look back and they see these things that are just off the highway in the distance there. The audience at this point really doesn't know what they are. But they go into this diner, and a little bit weird. Looks like one of those diners where everybody knows who everybody is, and when strangers walk in, it's kind of like you stick out like a sore thumb. But they spend a little time there, and then they get back in the car and they try to drive away, and before they know it, they're right back at the diner. And they try this several times, and can't really escape it until something makes an appearance. And basically, it is I don't know the best way to describe it. Well, whatever it is, it's almost like part Grim Reaper, part spider, part alien. I don't know exactly what kind of thing they created here, but it is pretty damn cool. May look a little fake, maybe not the most realist thing that they could have done, but I still give them credit. It was, like I said, it was pretty cool to me, and did plenty of damage. Definitely gets this movie off to a terrific start. With what happens there. There is a death, and it is pretty cool, and I totally approve of the way that begins. Then it kind of dives into some of these stories here, individual ones. I don't want to bore you, take you one by one. I mean, this movie is 2015, so there's a chance that maybe some of you have seen this. This was recommended to me by one of my Twitter friends here, and so I came across it, I believe, on Amazon, so I threw it on. So it gets off to a good start here, and then has a couple of good stories in it. Let's see, there's one where three girls are kind of traveling, and they're having their fun. They're on their road trip, and their car gets a flat. They end up getting picked up by a family, and you think things are all good, but we know how that goes. If you get picked up by anybody on the road, it's not good. They go back to the house, and what seem like normal people on the road are so normal. There's some signs that there's something else going on here, or just so, these people are unusual in a certain way. And it slowly kind of goes downhill. And what happens here, what I like, at least, like I said, these stories connect pretty decently. And what happens here is, and by the time you kind of end this short, I don't want to completely give it away, but let's just say, one girl you know, ends up getting thrown into another story where a guy basically is tasked with having to save her now. And let's just, I guess I've kind of spoiled it in a way, but I'm sorry about that. But, he has to save her, so he rushes her to a hospital, and in this hospital, there's no one there. He's on the phone, you see him driving with headset on and so forth, so he's on the phone, he's got a dispatch, and dispatch is telling him, to go to this town. He finds the hospital, goes in the hospital. There's nobody in this hospital. This hospital is completely abandoned. There's nobody there. So the person on the line, patches over to, I guess, a doctor or a rescue person, and has him walk him through different steps to save this girl. So you basically see him, not a full-blown operation, but he's, tasked with, cutting her and doing all kinds of crazy stuff to her. I'm not going to say too much more, but I like the way they like those two stories kind of combined. Like I said, they do a good job of combining some of these stories here, make it very fluent. So it's kind of, you went from one to another there pretty smoothly, and definitely lots of weird, like the one with the family there is it's that one's more of a weird kind of setting, and I think it's kind of mostly used to set up this second part here with this guy and so forth, because that's when you kind of get more to the bloodiness of it. So it's a good combination there. There's another story which I was kind of doubting in the beginning, because it kind of set it up very much like The Strangers. You had a father and a mother, and I guess a little bit older of a daughter. Not too old, but old enough. And they go to a house. I don't remember if it's their house or whatever, but they go to a house there. Everything seems fine. They kind of get settled, and then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door. They go check it out. The father freaks out, and long and behold, they try to escape, but there's 3 masked men here. They got different masks on. You guys, and so they're there, and obviously they're not going to stay outside for long. The family tries to fight them off, and so as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, oh, this is just The Strangers all over. They just did The Strangers. Why couldn't they do something a little bit different here? So you get that kind of vibe through it. But then, long and behold, they kind of save it because something very unexpected happens. And, I'm really not going to spoil this one, like I may have spoiled the previous one. But something very, very unexpected happens. And then it kind of swings you back to the beginning story and tells you how those guys ended up running from what they were running from. So it's a very, what starts off where I'm about to complain ends up into be something that I totally didn't expect, which I can always appreciate that. And then kind of concludes this off nice by bringing it back to the 2 guys we saw at the beginning, and shows, what they're running from and how they got into their situation. So, this is, and there's a little bit more to this. I don't want to go through each tale here and ruin everything for you, because I may have already ruined something for you. But I just, overall, I thought this was a nice anthology. I'm not, I catch them time to time. I can't say, I do like short films. Obviously, you've followed me. I like short films, especially the ones I share on Promote Horror. I like showing short films, but as far as anthologies, they can be hit or miss, and sometimes there's more like iffy ones, or maybe not what you're looking for, or maybe the story isn't all put together in a fun way. But I think this one was well done, and a simple concept of the highway, and there is a little bit of a narration there, kind of guiding you, guiding the audience and telling you to basically be careful on the highway, and bringing out your dark secrets or whatever they talked about at the beginning. But yeah, I definitely think if this is one you missed, and you like anthologies, you should go back and check this out. Again, this is 2015, and I believe I found it on Amazon. So with that, I think I'm going to give this one a good 3 pools of blood. I guess once lately that I've liked, I feel giving 3 pools of blood. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for something to kind of push the meter a little bit further. But yeah, this is just definitely a solid one, and definitely worth the watch. And I don't think they wasted too much here. Sometimes anthologies, waste a story or two. I think overall, they were all solid enough, and gave you a good variety of stuff going here. And again, some anthologies don't connect things very well, and I liked how a lot of this was connected. It felt smoother that way. So yeah, 3 pools of blood. Check it out. These 2 gentlemen are probably going to drag me away now, and they know that I saw The Strangers too, and they're kind of pissed that I know what idea they stole there. But anyway, more reviews at horoscorereviews.blogspot.com. Subscribe to the channel for more video reviews. Of course, the blog has written ones as well, and gonna be doing some, if you catch this now, gonna be doing some written ones soon, some more written ones, because I have some screeners to get through. So if you're looking for written ones, in the next couple of weeks there'll be some more. And feel free to comment on this video down below, good or bad, agree, disagree, that's fine. Or social media will also be down below, so you can find me there, talk to me about the movie there as well. Or if you want me to check out something else and do a video review of that, or a written review, I'm happy to do that as well, if I can find the movie. So with that, I guess I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.